I want to welcome you once again for today's class. This is Greatness Empowered Academy. We've been working on our 6P tools that we'll use to be able to understand or discover our purpose and also achieve it. And like I said, we started by working on our past. We moved on to our present. We moved on to our purpose. From purpose, we moved on to planning. From planning to pursuit. And today we are going to work on perseverance. Perseverance. So the topic for today is perseverance. All right. And like I said the last time, that I will be using quotes to teach us or to talk to us. And at this point, actually, if you are not determined, you give up. Because there is something behind you, your old or your former person, your comfort zone will tell you, no, this is stressful. No, this is not possible. No, I cannot do this. No, this is just out of the way. No, how long is it going to take? No, 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 no. If you listen to those voices, you give up. Everything that you have learned, you'll not be able to put it into practice. So this is actually a time for you to persevere. Perseverance is much more than having ordinary patience. It is for you to continue no matter how long it takes, no matter the difficulties, no matter the challenges, no matter the obstacles, no matter the hurdles. I am going to continue. I will persevere. I will move on. I will break through. So you have to get to this point. And these are some of the quotes I want to start with. This says, if you don't have, you don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to start to be great at something. Now, this is somebody that I respect. He's called Zig Ziglar. He's one of the top motivational speakers. And most of the books that have been written, many people got inspiration from him. I believe that himself got inspiration from Napoleon Hill, that wrote How to Think and Grow Rich. So this guy said that you don't have to be great at something to start. So simply means you must not start great. You must not have to be perfect at something before you start. The major problem is for you to start. Even your routine that we worked on, for you to become good at it, you have to start from somewhere. If you don't start, nothing happens. But it says, but you have to start to be great at something. So whatever it is, there is something that you want to become. Whatever that it is that you want to acquire, whatever that it is that you want to achieve, until you start. You know, you cannot count 2 until you have counted 1. You can't even count 1 until you have made a move. So you have to make a move first before something begins to happen. And you know, I told you the last time, if you remember, I said from the day that you were born, everything that will make you great, every resources that you need to become who you are supposed to be, has already been packaged and kept somewhere. But the point is that you cannot have them until you begin to work on something, until you begin to act on something. That is the only time that you can get somewhere. I'll share this with you. There's this family in the States, in US, who a couple, and they are struggling paying their bills. And one day, the man said, you know what, how I wish I could have a cab, you know, that I could be driving to earn some passive income. And the wife said, yeah, that's okay, but they don't have money. Now, immediately that the man conceived that vision, the provision was made. I will tell you how it was made, was kept rather. Now, they began to wonder, how would they go about this? So the woman said, okay, why not go and find out a fairly used car, how much it's going to cost? So he went out, found out, and all that. Now, luckily for him, there was this friend of his who is running a traveling agency, and who was looking for, you know, a car that he could be using to bring in his clients, tourists, and take them around. So this guy went out, found out the price of this particular fairly used vehicle. He didn't have money to get it done, to buy. And they were wondering, they don't have credit facility, with the bank and all that. So what happened was that the woman, the wife said, okay, let's call for a meeting, call some of our friends and see what they have to say. So they called for a meeting, the friends of the man and the friends of the woman, and they came and they were having dinner. And he told them, you know what, we have got this plan in our heart, but we don't have the resources to get it done. Is there any way you can be of help? Because what we need right now is we are raising funds, if you can be of help. Now they asked them, the friends asked them in one accord, okay, how much do you need? They said this is how much they needed. So okay, but I cannot give you. A said, I cannot give you all this. B said, I cannot give you all this at the same time because I don't have it. So okay, no problem. Nevertheless, but I can bring this. A said, I can bring this. B said, he can bring this. Just right there in a space of 2 hours, the money that was meant, the actual money, complete money, and extra money that will help them to keep running their petrol, buying petrol and stuff, was made available. So this guy is committed to giving that amount of money. But the question was, how long will it take for you to pay? And because these guys were good at returning whatever they borrowed, so they gave them they said 1 year, give us 1 year, but we'll be paying gradually. So these guys are accepted. And in a space of 3 days, the money was raised. They went and bought the vehicle. The man was using it. The woman was working. And luckily, like I said, the friend, called him and said, okay, there are clients, begin to do it. So he began to run around and pick up clients and all that, going to the airport, running around. And at the end of the day, in a space of 6 months, they paid everything. And now in another 6 months, they raised money to buy their own house, to deposit for their own house, because they've been paying for house and all that. Now, in a space of 2 years, they were able to clear their house, and now they had extra 2 vehicles. What happened? It was just a vision. The vision came, immediately vision came, the provision was somewhere. So for you to be successful in anything, you have to start from somewhere. There's no way you can have the provision with you. It is not possible. It is a law of nature. It is the law of life that every one of us will be limited to resources. But those resources that we are limited to are kept somewhere. It is only when we begin to move that we can get those resources. Even connection, people that will help you link up. Sometimes, I don't know if this has happened to you, but it has happened to me and many others. You are thinking about something and while you are scrolling your phone, you discover a name that links up to what you are thinking about, or a call comes in that relates to what you are thinking about. Why? Because this is what we call law of attraction. As long as you begin to do something, other open doors will be there. The only time there will not be an open door is when you are just stagnant, you are not doing anything. So for you to be successful in anything, you have to start from somewhere, and other things will begin to fall in place. And for those of you who you are glued to the television, I spoke to us, I think last week, I said the people who have this Netflix, that they don't even spend the number of time that people who does not own it spend on Netflix. They spend their time trying to improve, trying to find out programs that will keep people glued to the television or glued to their programs. But then themselves, the more you are watching, the more they are making money. Somebody said that poor people have big TV, but rich people have big library. Why? In the library, that is where the information that will make you great is. Most times it's not in the TV. TV, it's a place, yeah, sometimes you get information, but most of the times this is just an organized, a planned, something to stir you up, something to motivate you, something to make you happy, something just to drive you sometimes crazy. But in the book, principles are penned down that you can use to turn yourself around. So many have, the poor people, they have TV, but the rich ones, they have library. Library can be physical library. Library also can be mental library. every information that you receive is stored somewhere. So it is good you have your library. Now, someone also said, if you were born poor, it is not your fault. That's the truth. It is not your fault. It's not also your parents' fault. It is not your community's fault. But for you to die poor, it's your fault. Because remember I said that immediately anybody is born to this earth, everything about him, everything that he needs to use to succeed in life is already provided. There is no one that does not have something that will make him great. No one. Even those who does not have limbs, they have so much to make them great. Okay, now if you conceive an idea, there's also provision. There's no vision without provision. There's always provision waiting for you somewhere. So for you to be born poor is not your fault. Don't even think about it. Don't even bother about it. But can I tell you why you were born poor? It's for you to become great. Because many who were born poor, who are born great, or who are born with so much of money, some of them are not great. Some of them are lazy. Some of them are nuisance. They are causing nuisance. But those who are born poor, they learn how to be frugal, how to maximize, how to economize, how to handle things. Management becomes part of them. So the essence why you were born poor was not for you to remain poor or die poor. So if you die poor, it is your fault. It is not your creator's fault. It is not your parents' fault. It is not, if you are married, it is not your husband's fault. It is not your wife's fault. It is not your children's fault. It is your fault, because everything that will make you great has already been prepared. You just need to take a step and begin to move in the right direction. And if you have been able to conceive or figure out your purpose like we have done, I tell you, that is just one of the climax so far. You have gone 50%. You now need to begin to add upon it to get to where you are going to. I don't see anyone remaining poor. It is not possible. How long is it going to take? I don't know. But it depends on the energy that you put to it. It depends on the effort that you put to it. The next one is this: you were born to win. But to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. It's also Zig Ziglar. He's actually agreeing with me that none of us was born to lose, or none of us was born to be poor, but we may be born poor. Every provision has been kept. So you were born to win. You may be born poor, but you were born to win. Win every battle, win every circumstance, become great, become successful, become the best of your type. You know, I always say this: there is no two of you in this earth. There's no two of you. That's why you don't have two thumbprints. If you put your thumbprint, no one else has it. If you scan your eyes, no one else has it. There's no one that's ever existed. There's no one that's ever lived who was like you. And there's no one that will live after you that is like you. We are all unique. We are all different. So if you die unsuccessful, really you have robbed your generation. You have robbed people of your gift or your potential. So you are born to win. But for you to be a winner, you must plan to win. See, it doesn't happen just like that. You know, I always use McDonald's, I'll use KFC and all that to give example. I said, many of these guys, they are dead. Starbucks, the owner is dead. Okay, the founder dead. But these companies are still running. Why Starbucks? Why McDonald's? Aren't there many burger companies or snack companies? There are many of them. Even many burger companies are opening up and closing down. Many cafeterias everywhere, they are opening up and shutting down. But you see McDonald's going worldwide. You see KFC, the same thing. They are going worldwide. What is the secret? Do they have mystical powers? Absolutely no. What they have is system. They have a system, inbuilt system, that causes their business to grow from year to year, from decade to decade, from generation to generation, because of system. So you can plan. Planning is part of the system. So if you want to live your life here, that when you move out, when you are gone, when you have expired, you existed this planet Earth, people will still be remembering you. It's what you do today. How you can do it is what you do today. The plan that you put in place that will help whatever product, whatever service, or whatever services that you are rendering to others, for it to move from now even to another 500 years if nothing happens. So for you to become a winner, you need to plan. You need to prepare also to win. So there's planning, there's also preparation in the heart as well. You need to also expect. Most times, for us, for those who are praying, we'll pray, we'll need this. But at the end of the day, we'll counter it, we'll say otherwise. Because we are not really expecting what we have prayed for or what we have worked for to come to us. We only say it because somebody has said we should say it, but that's not right. We should expect it. You are working towards it. You are doing something, expect it. It is your right. There is no virtue in poverty. In case you don't know this, there is no virtue in poverty. And also for you to be a change maker, for you to help others, you have to first of all help yourself. Riches, for you to have enough riches that is going to help you help others, all right? Really, it is one of the good things that will happen to you. And you cannot get riches just by working for somebody. It is by developing what you have inside of you. Now, if you get riches, you begin to use it to oppress others. That's when it becomes very wrong. Or when you place riches above your creator, that's when it becomes wrong. When you use riches to bully others, that's when it becomes wrong. When you use riches to extort or to deprive others their rights, that is when it becomes wrong. But for you to use riches to both help yourself and also extend other people's life, I can tell you that is what you have been created for. Okay, the next one is this. You have to dream hard. You have to wish big and chase after your goals because no one else is going to do it for you. I love this. Please, I want to repeat this. Don't ever dream small or little. If your dream does not scare you, if your purpose does not scare you, it is not life's purpose. Now, what do I mean by scaring? Scaring you to the point, is it possible I can achieve this? That is it. Now, you can achieve it, but the point is that you are not meant to achieve everything 100% while you are here. You need to train others and hand over to them so that it can move on. So your vision, your goal, your dream, your aspiration, your purpose has to extend beyond your life. So it has to be something that scares you. If I show you my vision, really, we wonder, how can this man, well, is it possible? But I can assure you it is quite possible. And what I'm going to do is quite possible. It's something that scares me. Now, if you don't have such kind of vision, really, it is nothing at all. If you have a vision that you can just achieve, it is no vision at all. So you have to dream big. You have to dream hard, which very big, or dream hard, dream big as well. Chase after your goals or your dreams, your visions, your aspirations, because if you don't, nobody will do it for you. And this other one says this. Hold on. I cannot say it from here. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. What does this mean? It means what you get, the character that you develop, the attitude that you develop, the skills that you develop, the experience that you develop, the hope that you develop, all that you develop while you are chasing after your dream, your goal, your life purpose, and all that, it's greater. What you are going to become will be greater than even the dream or the vision. The dream and vision is this, but what you are going to be is going to be far much greater. So if you don't have enough money now, you don't have anything, and you are pursuing something, I can assure you that your circumstance will make you to get greater experience, acquire greater knowledge and skills even for something bigger in the future. So what you achieve while you are working on your dreams, on your purpose, remember, sometimes you are starting from nothing, even no idea, no plan, no nothing. You just started from somewhere. And by so doing, somebody is helping you, or you are working on it, you begin to figure out what to do, how to go about it, and begin to move from one level to the other. So what you become at the end of the day will be far much better or greater than the vision itself. Zig Ziglar also said, remember, you are what you are and where you are because of what's going on in your mind. The mind runs the show. You are who you are where you are as a result of what is going on in your mind, and you can change what you are and where you are by changing what's going on in your mind. So if the mind determines who you are, if the mind determines where you are or the level that you are, and you want to move to another level, you have to consult the mind. Everything is in the mind. I always tell you, look at those boxers or wrestlers. Sometimes they are hurt, sometimes they are bleeding, but their mind tells them don't give up. Even when they are knocked down, they refuse to be counted out. They pick up and they keep on fighting. Why? It's all there in the mind. The mind said you cannot give up. But immediately the mind gives up, that's when you tap out. So don't tap out. Work on your mind. Our scripture says, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Simply means, as you think in your mind, if you see yourself as just a cat and not a big cat, or not a lion, you become a cat. If you see yourself as just a worm and not maybe butterfly, beautiful butterfly, you remain worm or caterpillar. So look at yourself as beautiful butterfly, and don't look at yourself as just a caterpillar. Then the next one is this: if you don't plan your time, someone else will help you waste it. For you younger ones, students and all that, we've been working on your time, how you hang on with your friends. I have no issues with that. But the truth is that if you really don't plan your time, you cannot blame your friends, okay? Rather, you blame yourself, because they will help you waste it. But if you are able to plan your time, they will respect your time. And anybody who does not respect your time does not wish you well. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter how close you are, it does not wish you well. And said there is no greater burden. There's no greater burden than an unfulfilled potential. An unfulfilled potential. No greater burden. Somebody like me, I'm 46. I don't hide it. I'm 46. Okay. And I feel terribly bad that at my age, I've not been able to do a whole lot of things. Why? Because nobody taught me. I struggled myself to get to where I am right now. If I had been maybe well trained, if I had not struggled on my own, by now I would have been able to do far much better than what I know right now. And when I began to feel bad was, excuse me, in 2019, when I was able to figure out, let me use the word, 90% of my purpose. I was able to have everything noted down, and I discovered that I wasted so much of my life. But nevertheless, the remaining years I have, really, I'm going to get there. There's no way I cannot achieve everything I'm meant to achieve. Now, how about you guys that are 20-something and you have this opportunity? Will you waste it? If you waste it, really, it will be a shame on your own side. Okay? Let me not go into that so that you don't feel bad, and I just want to be very honest with you. Okay, so the greatest burden actually is the burden of unfulfilled potential. You have so much in you that you cannot use. Somebody said that it's in the graveyard where you have, that the graveyard is the richest place in the world. And that's the truth. Why? That is where dreams, unfulfilled dreams, that is where unfulfilled vision, even songs that were supposed to be sung, comedies that were supposed to be acted, even inventions that were supposed to be invented, innovations, creativity, all the acts that were supposed to be, done to benefit others, they were all buried. So the grave is the richest place. Don't go to your grave until you have exhausted everything. Oprah said something, Winfrey, or Oprah, she said something, she said there was a song that she sang, not her own song, but she sang a song and said that she wants to be used, that there will not be anything left in her, that she wants to leave this earth empty, empty. So it is good for you to expose yourself to be used so that there will not be nothing left in you. Now the next one, if you learn from defeat, you haven't really lost. So when you are starting something new, really you are going to fail. You are going to mess up. You're going to have a lot of issues. But can I tell you something? It is in your mess. When you add age to it, it becomes a message. Most times people want to hear about what you went through than telling them or teaching them about something else. Tell them what you have been through. You let your life be that message. Let it be that testimony. People they adapt to testimonies more than even theory. So if you are defeated or you will see yourself failing, please don't give up. Just keep on learning from your defeat. Keep on learning from your mistakes. And Winston Churchill said, courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So you failed today, don't give up. Keep on moving. That's perseverance. While you are failing, you are learning something. Napoleon Hill said, behind every failure is the seed of success. Behind every failure is the seed of success. There's a reason why you failed. Apparently, it was not the right time for you to be successful, or there are things that you need to learn. I don't want you to believe that it's either bad luck or what that is following you. No, it's because maybe it's not the right time, or there are things that you need to learn. So courage, you have to develop courage from moving from failure to failure without losing the zeal, without losing your drive. That's enthusiasm. Okay. And the next one is of all the attitudes we can acquire, surely the attitude of gratitude is the most important and by far the most life-changing. If you're somebody who you are just full of gratitude on a regular basis, even when things are difficult, you're just grateful and grateful. I can tell you, you are also actually invoking the law of attraction. Things begin to happen for you because you are grateful. Other grateful things, other good things will begin to come your way. Your creator also begins to open doors for you, because our life, like myself, I said that my life is an open portal that will attract miracles, that will attract money, it will attract wealth, health, riches, good things, knowledge, understanding, and in quote, all the good things of the world. Now, it will attract, it will not only attract, it will receive, it will retain, it will disperse. Okay? It will attract, receive, retain, and disperse. Because whatever I receive is not for me, it is for others. I remember I said there's no apple tree that bears fruit for itself. It doesn't eat of its fruit, it gives to others. John Cena does not entertain himself. The Rock does not entertain himself. Ronaldo and Messi does not entertain themselves, they entertain others. Even those of your role models, the guys you have as your actors or whatever, your whatever you call them, your stars, they're doing it for you to enjoy. They don't entertain themselves. So the same thing with you. What you have is for others. So you receive and disperse to others. All right. So every vision goes through trial. That's perseverance now. Okay. Perseverance. I want you to know that every vision, every purpose, every goal, every aspiration, every dream, every mission goes through trial. But those trials are not meant actually to pull you down. Those trials are meant to get you better. All right. So never give up, regardless of the difficulties, regardless of the challenges, regardless of the delay. Have this particular, have a slang or a slang or a word that you can use to motivate yourself. Say, you know what, I will do everything humanly possible until I win. Now, humanly possible, make sure that you do not violate anybody's rights. Make sure nobody's right is violated, but everything humanly possible, do it till you win. So this is where discipline actually plays a big role. Committing yourself never to give up. It doesn't matter what the circumstance is saying. You may have a dream plan and nobody's ready to listen to you. The lady that that wrote Harry Potter, she was turned down many times. Many of the greats, they were turned down. They were actually made fun of, but they never gave up. So no matter what, don't give up. Even when there are delays on your way, don't give up. Just keep on going. Strive to become true to yourself, not to someone else. Don't live anybody's life. Live your life. Try to be true to yourself. Maintain your brand. What is brand? By the time you are able to put your plans together, you have a brand. Maintain your brand, okay? Also, maintain trust and relationship with people. It's quite important. You know, there's no one that's an island. We are meant to complement one another. So if you're not able to build trust, if you're not able to have relationship with others, how do you sell your product? How do you sell your services? So you need others. So you have to build with trust. Trust is quite very important. And trust comes from relationship. So you build relationship with people, make sure that it's trust-based. Don't look out for what you're going to gain from them, but look out for what you are going to offer to them. If that is your purpose, really, you'll see a lot of things, good things happen to you. Imbibe the quality of going the extra mile. You know, be somebody that is ready to give more than necessary. You can see how far I've been going with you. I don't hurt anything. I don't have any reservation. I go out to give you everything. Even when we come on 101, you ask me questions, I go ahead, I deal with all your questions. I follow up, I make sure that I just want the best for you. So go the extra mile to make other people's life better. That's also how your life will be better. When you are making other people's lives better, you're actually growing, you know, doing it. And you see, you'll be able to attract a lot of things come your way. Grow through mistakes, like we talked about, and take calculated risk, calculated or articulated risk. Now, mistakes are always there. There is always a tendency for you to make mistakes, especially when you are starting something new. But for you to remain making mistakes is actually foolishness, okay? You have made a mistake on a particular thing, you made it the second time, maybe the third time. I don't expect you to make the same mistake again the fourth time, okay? I believe that you can do something better. The reason why you made the first mistake was for you to get better at doing it the second time. So the second time, you should be better at doing what you did the first time. The third time, you should be better than doing what you did the first time. And by the fourth time, actually, it should be far much better. So for you to make the same mistake that you did in the first time, I think it's not good for anyone. Also, taking risk is very important. Life is risk. Wherever you are right now is as a result of the risk that you have taken. Life is risk. The food that you eat is also risky. The water that you drink is risky. Moving out is risky. Everything is about risk. So if everything is about risk, success also is risky. Go for it. Go for it. Take the calculated risk and go for it. Develop the attitude of interpreting negative circumstances to positive instances. So whenever anything happens to you, don't just say, oh, I'm doomed for failure, or there's a spell following you, or all that. Don't think mystically. Okay, rather interpret that situation. You know what? It is working for my own good. Oh, this particular case, by the next few weeks or what, I'm going to be far much better. I'm going to see there's a reason why this happened, and it's for my own good. Okay, so begin to interpret it positively. Don't interpret your situation negatively, because if you interpret negatively, it will weigh you down. It will not help you to persevere. Remember, our topic is perseverance. Okay, never back down from any challenge. If reputation is at stake, please don't back down. If your reputation is at stake, go for it. Don't back down. Never accept or give anything less than your best. Never give anything less than your best. Then call to action. Self-discipline backed up with perseverance is the winning pattern that never loses touch. It is the drive force for success. Make a commitment to yourself that no matter how long and difficult things get, you will not give up until success is achieved. Now let's find out what our assignment will be. But before the assignment, let's have 2-3 more quotes. Success is not accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing. The next one, with ordinary talent and extraordinary perseverance, all things are attainable. I love this. Just, you don't have talent, but you have just a little talent, but you have extraordinary perseverance, you can attain anything. Okay. It says, I've failed over. This is Michael Jordan. He said, I've failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. So he said, thank God for failing over and over. That was why he succeeded. So whatever is the circumstance why you are failing, is not for you to fail, it's for you to succeed. You know why I always say, let us learn from others? It's because they have gone through it before us. So what are the assignments? Number one, the question is, do you procrastinate sometimes? Many of you do. And I have helped you on how to work on those procrastination. And so the question is, how can you kill procrastination? I did not say how can you suit. Don't suit it, don't pet it. How can you kill procrastination? Using routine and self-discipline. So how do you kill, finish it completely? Because it's a killer as well, it is a murderer. How do you kill it? Using routine and also self-discipline, which I've taught you. That's number one, that's your assignment. How motivating are your friends? Really, if your friends are not helping, you have to really distance from them. If your friends are not motivating, if you cannot choose the right friends, or your friends are not the ones that can help you persevere, please choose those that can be of help to you. Go to the internet, go to Facebook, go to any platform, look out for those who you can connect with, who can help you out. I am here to be of help to you anytime, any day. Then the next question, who is your role model? So these are the questions or the assignments that you need to do for the week. And until we meet again,